Thompson here, and I'm going to show you how I smoosh with different kinds of inks. I'm starting out with Distress Inks from Tim Holtz, and I'm just pressing the ink into my work surface, my craft mat, and I'm using 3 colors, 1 green and 2 shades of blue. And then I'm going to spritz with a lot of water because I'm going to be using watercolor paper for this. So you need a lot of water to have the ink flowing. My favorite watercolor paper is Arches 140-pound cold press, and that's what I'll be using today, but you could use any watercolor paper for this. So I'm pressing it down into the diluted ink and just giving it a twist and smooshing it, pressing until it absorbs a bit. Now I pick it up, I see it's got some bare spots, so I've just dipped it down and added some more, and now I have a background done. For the next one, I'm going to use dye inks, and these are from Stampin' Up! And again, I'm going to use 1 green and 2 shades of blue, so it'll be very similar to the first set. And I'm just pressing them into my craft mat, and again I'm going to add lots of water and then smoosh down a piece of watercolor paper. You can also use mixed media paper for this. It doesn't absorb the water as much as watercolor paper, so you just need to use less water, but it also works very similar. So here I am, I'm pressing it down, letting it absorb into the paper, picking it up, and then just dipping down and pressing in some more color. You can also use Brushos for smooshing. Instead of adding them to the front of your card and then sprinkling with water, you can sprinkle them onto your mat and spray with water and then smoosh your watercolor paper or mixed media paper into it. It's a great way to use the Brushos. You can also add acrylic paints to these, metallic or pearls, and you can add them to any of the inks and add lots of water, and they also will work well with smooshing. And I find that if I add the metallics, I can usually use regular cardstock for smooshing. For the last one, I'm going to use something different. This is alcohol inks, and it's very concentrated, so you only need to add a few drops. I've added way too much here today, so you'll see that I have enough for probably 2 or 3 card fronts, but I just add a few 3 colors, and then I'm going to add lots of blending solution to dilute the inks and get them flowing. And then you need to use glossy cardstock when using the alcohol inks. It works the best with it. I've also done 2 other smooshing videos, and I will link to them in the YouTube description. One is using re-inkers, and it's called Saturated Watercoloring, and the other one is smooshing with Inka Gold. So I hope you'll take a look at those. So here I am, I'm just using a plastic knife to move it around. I should have worn gloves with these because this ink really stains everything. So I'm just picking it up, and I have a spot there that's not got much ink, so I'm going to press it down again. I hope you found this video helpful, and please give me a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.